All right, handstands, inversions, advanced inversions, as postures, as transitions, undoubtedly some of my favorite things to do. I'm not a yogi by profession. I actually work in the wine and spirits business, and we do lots of entertaining. So usually the day after a night of a well-irrigated business dinner, I'm practicing for a number of reasons. I'm doing twists to detox, kind of grind out some of those internal organs that give the liver a little bit of an assist. I'm probably doing hot yoga to sweat it all out. You know, my apologies to fellow yogis that smell wine or tequila or whatever. And then I'm doing inversions. Inversions, being upside down, getting that heart above your head. One of the coolest places to be, turns your world sort of on its end. You got to face some fear factors, gravity, things like that. So lots and lots of fun. That's what we're going to do here. Take note, handstands and intense inversions, it's not all here. It's not all here. I mean, the vast majority of extremely athletic yogis that I know, or advanced yogis, look like they weigh about 100 pounds and, you know, probably have a diet of hummus with a shot of wheatgrass, and on celebrations maybe they eat eggplant pudding or something. So don't think it's all shoulder. There's strength building in inversions for shoulders and for triceps, but it's a lot of stuff here, it's a lot of stuff here. It's a conversation between the top half of your body and your bottom half of the body at the dinner table, the core. A lot of core work going on with inversions. So got to do lots of sit-ups, got to take care of your lower back. When I'm having a day where I'm doing lots of handstands, I'll feel it in my lower back as much as I will feel it in my wrist and such. So we're going to do a couple of different transitions from, let's see, forward fold back into plank, and then from down dog up into forward fold, maybe some other stuff. We'll do a handstand against the wall. That's a great place to start as a beginner, but before we do that, a couple of safety thoughts. Make sure you're mindful of your injuries. Coming from a guy who has horrible wrist problems, and my wrists are actually really ripe today, so the smart yogi would probably say, namaste self, maybe you shouldn't be doing handstands today. And then my other inner self says, Durka, Shanti, screw it, I want to do some handstands. So know your own limits, and I don't lead by example historically. Be mindful of others. All right, if you've got a bunch of people in a room, it's a very busy room, there's mats on top of mats, and you're not that great at jumping into handstand, don't do it, man. You might fall forward and squash this poor little 80-pound yogi who's, you know, been living off of the diet of tofu for the past 10 years, and I weigh 200 pounds, so if I were to do that, you know, really gonna hurt some people. Practice with some sort of graceful exit strategy if you're jumping into handstands. You're not always going to land them, so sometimes people will cartwheel out. Me, when I go into a handstand, I'm not going to make it. I kind of twist and land, and I've gotten pretty good at staying in the space right here. Following that, if you're doing hot yoga and you sweat a lot like I do, keep a towel so you can keep this area dry. If you come out of a handstand, you twist, you land, there's all this sweat barefoot, you're going to go right down into monkey real quick. This is called Hanumasana. I just found out today it's called monkey. Beforehand I thought it was holy Shanti. I think I just ripped something and it wasn't my underwear asana. So, a couple of things there to think about. Starting right off, we'll go against the wall, but from a posture perspective, handstand itself is Adho Mukha Virasana, and forgive my Sanskrit, I speak American, I don't speak Sanskrit, but it's downward facing tree pose, and I like to think of it more as an upside down mountain pose. You know, Tadasana, mountain pose, strong, unyielding. You engage your feet, you engage your calves, you engage your quads, you lower your sacrum, put that in order, engage your stomach, engage your bones, engage your lats, your arms as well, and your hands. The only difference is, instead of being face forward, you're looking up, your hands are up, your biceps are back towards your ears, your triceps are out, your lats are engaged, and your feet are engaged. So while you're pushing down you're pushing up with your legs just as much. It's not all here, man. It's everywhere. So, that being said, legs up the wall. When doing legs up the wall, this just gets you comfortable. Oh, this isn't legs up the wall, but handstand against the wall, whatever. This gets you comfortable with being upside down to gauge where you want to put your hands. Take your foot out. So here, this is where I want to be if I want to be in a pike position. Turn around, hands go down, feet up. This is a place to practice, to just getting used to be inverted. It shouldn't be a frightening place to be. You can't practice with one leg going up. You can't practice with the other. Just get yourself comfortable. Once you get to that point, practicing against the wall is a great way to make sure you don't go flopping over. You're gonna flop over. If I jump up in a handstand 10 times and I execute 9 of them, 1 of them goes bogus, I'm still a pretty happy dude. But practice against the wall until you get more comfortable with it. So, going from Uttanasana or forward fold back into plank, hands are down, looking forward, engaging your bandhas here, engaging your legs, shoulder placement, biceps. And you touch back, the wall's right there. So, the wall comes in place there. If you're doing downward dog, or maybe crouching tiger, and you're jumping into handstand, in order to come back into Uttanasana, to forward fold, placement is good. Again, mind your wrists, be careful of them. Biceps going forward, triceps facing backward. Push it out a little bit. Bend your knees. And down. Upside down. Fun place to be. Alright, so when you get more comfortable with that, then you don't need the wall. You can start doing it in open space and not worrying about falling on people. Excuse me 1 second, and I'm going to grab some water to spray on my mat. That's why I sprayed the water so we can edit that one out. Jumping back up.